Well, my next guest runs one of the 4 Fortune 500 companies based here in Omaha. He's Gary Rodkin, CEO of ConAgra Foods, which owns such brands that you might know, such as Chef Boyardee ravioli, Orville Redenbacher popcorn, and also Slim Jim's, a favorite of mine, by the way. His company has been in a unique position to see how the recession has changed consumer habits. And Gary, great to have you here with us.
Good to be here.
Thanks for stopping by so early on this quite windy, icy morning here in Omaha. Okay, so I know that in interviews before, particularly on Bloomberg, you've mentioned that what you're seeing right now is an L-shaped recovery in the economy. Has there been anything that has changed in the last, let's say, few months that has altered your view on this?
Not really, Betty. I really believe we're going to bump along for quite a while. Hopefully we've bottomed out, but there's really several key issues, the biggest being jobs. And until we see a real recovery in jobs, which I don't really see right around the corner, and then on the real estate side, both residential and commercial, those are some pretty structural, very fundamental things that need to turn around and correct themselves before we really see a recovery.
Well, and I'm curious about that because, you know, I've talked to a lot of CEOs in the last 12 months or so, and I remember back in January 2009, everyone was talking about lack of visibility, standing here in January 2010, has that gotten any better for you?
Well, I still believe that since 70% of the economy is driven by the consumer, and we are very close to the consumer, obviously, we're selling millions of products every day, the consumer is very concerned about the job situation and real estate, their homes as well, so they are extremely value conscious.
So you don't see that getting any better for them, though? They're not spending anymore?
Not in the near term. I think they're going to stay quite tight-fisted in terms of their spend, and particularly their discretionary spend. I think that is pretty much of a sea change that a lot of that is going to stick with us, so people are going to demand more for their dollar. And
they're spending more on your products, though, you're saying. They're eating at home more, right? So
clearly people are eating at home more, and we believe that we've got a great portfolio that plays well in an environment like this, heavily value-oriented, but also convenience and health and wellness.
Now, you're a businessman at heart, though, so are you using this opportunity, though, to raise prices at all?
This isn't really an environment to raise prices. This is where you have to make certain that you've got the right price value when the consumer comes to the shelf. So our formula really is about driving a lot of productivity, and we believe we've got a long runway of productivity, particularly in our supply chain, and use that as the fuel to drive the top line through marketing and innovation.
And we've seen like productivity expand quite a bit, but I mean, are you at the point where are you at capacity with productivity or not?
Absolutely not. We have we have plenty of opportunity ahead of us, significant opportunity. We've really step-changed up to a new level of productivity where we believe we can maintain that, saving hundreds of millions of dollars every year by looking end-to-end across our total supply chain.
Okay. All right, Gary, great to talk with you. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Gary Rodkin, the CEO of ConAgra here in Omaha.